I-95 Bangor's Classic Rock Station at 95.7 FM.
It's always an adventure.
All right, 7:13. The sun is so bright I had to shut the shades in here because it's a little too crazy.
Isn't it great?
I open up the interwebs first thing, John, and I feel like I need to play this for other people so that they need to at least... Okay, so this is how my Friday somewhat began. The internet decided
She likes her rodents.
I don't. They're living in my freaking crawl space. I'm not happy about that at all. But I just see a picture of like this thing, and at first I'm like, why are they shooting a baby squirrel with a cannon? And then I realized, no, it says, I put my microphone in front of a 7-week-old baby squirrel. This is the sound it makes. It's making this. I don't even like squirrels. Did you hear that? And it's just, I love that. I don't even know what it is. It just makes me happy.
It's a rodent.
I know it's a rodent, but it's so darn adorable. And I don't want it in my house, and I don't really want to have it, but that sound is, and it's just like, it's not phased. It's just like, I'm going to sit here and eat my nuts.
You melted. That was cute.
It was adorable. I don't mind that. Like, I'll listen to that all day long and be like, oh, that's adorable. But I didn't know that freaking mice, like the first time I ever encountered a little adorable mouse. Remember that when my house had mice for like a minute?
Vaguely.
The babies, they were all small, the kids were, and it was right after my ex had left. So I was in the house by myself trying to keep everybody alive. And I'm like, and I found one. I saw it actually as it was crawling up like a little cord as we were watching TV. And I'm like, oh no. And it was in the playroom where the kids' toys and stuff were. And I had 2 that were crawling, and I was like, oh no.
No.
So I tried. I had 4 cats that sucked at being cats.
Of course they do. They're house cats.
They
don't know.
grabbed the big Maine Coon cats. They're like, and the thing chirped at me like a bird, and I was not ready. Gus, Squeaks, Cinderella. That was my point of reference. So I hear it chirp, and I'm like, oh my god! Oh. So long story short, I may have attacked some of them with a Melissa and Doug wooden nativity scene that year and killed them.
Yeah.
Which made me really feel conflicted because it was
barbaric.
Well, it's supposed to be for the baby Jesus, and I'm killing baby mice. But then a friend of mine felt bad, and she's like, I just sent the exterminator your way. I think he's cute too. And I was like, all right, thank you. And it was much better. But if it's going to make that little sound, that's adorable. Anyway, thanks for joining us today. And
thank you for having me.
You went on a trip. We're going to find out where you went, and you even brought back souvenirs in just a little bit. I'm going to make a pot of coffee because I definitely need more in my life. And
you definitely need more coffee. I can see that right now.
We're going to rock out to some Aussie. Good morning. It's I-95 Bangor's Classic Rock. I-95 Bangor's Classic Rock Station at 95.7 FM. All right. I started the day having a scrape, and I didn't know, so I'm late. And then I get in here, and I forget that this is not a spoon.
That you don't have creamer.
Don't have creamer, so I'm trying to put stuff in here to make it better. It's not working.
No, that looks pretty gross.
First, I tried vanilla protein powder.
This is why you drink coffee black. You can't mess it up.
Then I don't even know what that was. My sister gave me something that's been sitting in the office forever. It's Starbucks creamer stuff. And then I also then just tried something else, like a packet of vanilla creamer.
I see a bacterial infection coming your way.
It's all sorts of not good, but I'm going to drink it anyway because I don't want to waste. Because that's the weird Irish Italian and the mom.
Drink it black, I'm telling you.
I can't. It's too acidic. It's too bitter.
Good.
I'm not a bitter person, as much as I have the right to be in my life. So you went on a trip, John Easton. By the way, good morning. It is I-95 Bangor's Classic Rock Station, 7:29 and 30 degrees outside.
Yeah, I didn't miss that.
Yeah, and you drove to Florida?
Yep, 3 days down, 3 days back.
Okay. Well, my English teacher...
And I want to make sure I timed it so the gas prices were really high.
I was going to say...
So it was good planning on my part.
My English teacher, Dr. Jones, over at Babst, used to call Florida the armpit of America. Not to be insulting to Florida at all, but it is the armpit of America is what I hear. I've never been.
The motel I had down there was... Well, the one night I came back to it, there was 6 sheriff cars, domestic dispute.
Oh, gosh.
And then when I left, there was a lady that was getting sick out by a tree.
No, that's charming. Yeah, okay, that sounds about right. So everything that I've read about Florida stands true.
Okay.
But you were heading to a very specific destination.
Yes.
A bucket list destination. Tell me about it.
My bucket list is complete. Since I was... Well, for 59 years, I wanted to go to the Kennedy Space Center.
Yep.
And I finally did, and I am telling you, it was amazing. 2 days I spent.
Did you make it for, was there an event that was happening? Did you see a launch or anything like that?
I was hoping to see a launch, and we actually went out to a beach to watch one, but they canceled it.
But
there were people there, and they're like, oh, yeah, they're launching all the time. It's irritating. I'm like, how can you be hearing rockets?
Rockets in space?
Yeah, from where I was, about 10, 15 miles away from the Space Center, if they launch, you could feel it and hear it.
Oh, I bet.
And, I mean, these things, it was, I'm speechless.
I love that you went there. And did they have like a museum you can kind of walk around and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Because I've never been there.
Yeah, they had a bunch of displays, and they had the actual Apollo 11 capsule.
Oh, neat.
A Saturn V.
Whoa.
And I spent, I don't know, probably an hour and a half just looking at the Saturn V. Because I remember when Neil went up.
Yeah.
I watched Neil walk on the moon with my dad. Mm-hmm. And so to see that, it was just so powerful. I hate to admit this. You know me, heart of stone. Uh-huh. I actually teared up.
Did you tear up?
I did.
Aww.
I did. I went into the Apollo 1 memorial thing and also the 2 Challengers. And they had displays of each astronaut, things that influenced them. One of them had a Star Trek lunchbox.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. So it was very, very powerful experience. You know what was really cool?
What?
So they have a simulator of a launch. And the astronauts, there's a wall there with all these astronauts that were testing it and signed off on it as it being the closest thing on Earth to a launch. So I went into that, and you go through 3 stages. They're giving you instructions. They're like, anybody with a heart condition now,
maybe don't do this.
So I'm, walking through, and then even when we're in, they strap you into this thing, and so you're sitting there, and they're like, okay, we're going to check all your seatbelts now. Are you sure if you want to bail out, now's the time? And I'm sitting, and I didn't even. I was so excited. I didn't even think about, hey, this might be kind of intense. And so they started the countdown, and you flip backwards, and it was, the whole.
Nope.
You're rocking and rolling, and it's loud. And then when they eject the booster rockets, there's bangs. Oh, it was yes. It was so cool.
Well, thank you for thinking of me while you were there, because that's pretty awesome. I've got a NASA Space Center hoodie and a
It was
T-shirt.
a hard calculation. I held up the shirt, and I'm like, I think this is about
definitely
poison.
Too small, but I'm gonna one day. One of my arms will fit into it, and it'll be great. I'll wear it around with pride.
I thought it was the right size.
I know. I love that
Cori
you have.
will fit
I
this.
love it. You're a dude. I don't expect you to know sizes.
Well, I don't.
I know. So I'm tickled pink that you thought of me and brought me back a cool souvenir. So thank you very much for that.
You're very, very welcome.
All right, so we will talk more about that stuff and all sorts of fun things that are happening this weekend coming up in just a little bit. I was looking at the forecast and I was like, no, I don't like this. What is this?
I even got a little bit of a sunburn. It
look tan.
85 degrees down there.
Not so much up here. We'll talk.
The roads are smooth.
We'll talk snow because that's coming our way in just a bit. Also, some Journey and some Crew at Sound 95 Bangor's Classic Rocks. All right, there we go. Todd Simcox from WABI and his wonderful forecast there. Speaking of dudes on motorcycles, I feel like Chuck Norris is a really he's got some motorcycles, right? He's got at least a dirt bike at the very least. And I read last night and I was like, if 2026 takes Chuck Norris, I'm done.
No.
He's in the hospital. He was hospitalized in Hawaii for something that happened.
How old is he now?
86, I think.
Wow.
I know. The dude's, let the jokes fly because he's Chuck Norris, but I'm really hoping he pulls through and whatever it is because he's Chuck freaking Norris.
Chuck Norris.
And I love him.
Texas Ranger.
I would get on the back of a bike if Chuck Norris was driving.
Too.
I know you would. It would look really hilarious. I would pay money to see that. It'd be great. We're going to talk about other things and listen to great classic rock on the way. We got the Eagles on I-95. Baby's classic rock station. Bangor's classic rock station on I-95 Rock Station and 95.7 FM. On 95rocks.com. We got an app for that. This is the worst cup of coffee I've ever had in my life. I made it.
It's fun to watch you struggle with it.
I'm halfway through it. I'm getting the sweats right now.
I'm enjoying my black coffee.
I made I even ground the actual grinds. I have a grinder back there.
You do make good coffee. I will say that for sure.
Not in this cup.
No, well, you forgot the creamer, and what did you put in some banana powders?
No, it was protein. I don't even know. It's gross. I meant to grab on the way out the door. I was in such a hurry because I got out there and I was like, oh no, I got to scrape. What?
Yeah, I didn't miss that either.
And then I have the world's tiniest ice scraper. Actually, I think I got it from when we were down there doing Free the Z, and it's it's the size. It's smaller than a CD.
Yeah.
So you got to you're like
chink chink chink.
It's the whole entire. It takes 25 minutes to do the windshield. So I thought I'd have enough time to swing into Tim Hortons and grab some coffee, and then I didn't. So
make it.
This is almost like the texture of pea soup. It's not a nice beverage texture.
Let me phrase it this way: it looks very unappetizing.
It's like a chowder that doesn't taste good. And I've never met a chowder that doesn't taste good. I enjoy that, but this is awful.
Well, but you made it halfway through.
I'm going to finish it.
You for that.
I'm not going to waste stuff.
No.
It's Cori's coffee break. It's not Cori's quitting coffee break.
Meantime, I'll just continue to enjoy my hot black coffee.
Just stop. It sounds bad when you say that. All right. What else is happening? Oh, we got some Bon Jovi right now. It's on 95 Bangor's Classic Rocks. I-95 Bangor's Classic Rock station at 95.7 FM.
Cori making her way through a horrible cup of coffee. It's pretty fun to watch.
Trying. I'm glad you're amused by that.
I am.
Oh, it is 8:13 and cold outside. It feels colder than what, computer? Than what?
You know what else I didn't miss when I was down there?
The cold?
No, well, that. And also, when I got back, I'm like, oh, yeah, now I know why my kidneys hate Maine. The roads.
Oh, I thought you meant like...
the frost heaves. No.
Do they not have booze at Cape Canaveral?
Oh, yeah, they do for sure. But
wow.
the roads are so nice and smooth down there, and I come up and I'm bouncing all around. I'm like,
Oh, yeah. Yep.
All right, the frost heaves have been so bad this year.
John Easton, getting back from Florida, he had a bucket list. And is that the last item of your bucket list then, you said?
Actually, it was the only item on my bucket list.
Really?
Yep. 59 years I've wanted to do that, and I finally did it. And
you have nothing else on your bucket list?
No, not really. I mean, other people like to go travel.
Yeah.
I went by a cruise ship down there, and I looked at it. I'm like, now I know why I don't want to go on a cruise. Because I kind of wanted to. When I saw that, I'm like, no, that doesn't look like... I mean, they're huge, massive, and I've never been on a cruise ship.
No, that's not on my bucket list either.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm with you, though. I've done pretty much everything I wanted to do, kind of accidentally on a bucket list. We got to come up with more stuff. Now, you just talked about a meal that you had, and I feel like a bucket list for me is all food related.
Yes.
At this point, like the barbecue joints that you mentioned, and the big portions and stuff. I feel like I could probably bucket list my way. My stomach's got a bucket list of its own. Let's put it that way.
Quite a surprise. We went to this barbecue joint, off the side of the road. They have a massive smoker out there, and I'm into barbecue, and I have two or three smokers.
Smoking the
small
meats,
ones.
yeah.
But so they had a combo platter. Scotty and I are both pretty big guys, and when I see a combo platter, like a poo-poo platter for two is one for John.
Yes,
that's how that works.
Yep.
So I'm like, well, we'll start with the combo, and then we'll come back and get some more. No, I couldn't finish it.
It's the South, baby.
Scotty couldn't finish it, and we both walked away with takeout trays that were full.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
they treat you like family there. They're gonna hook you up. There was a place called Justine's Kitchen in South Carolina when I was there, and I thought, and a friend of guy actually on a moped took me there, believe it or not, and I didn't realize at the time, but he's like, you got to come with me on this moped, and we got to go, and I was like, all right, whatever, and he just said free food, and I'm like, I'm in.
Yep.
And I showed up, and they had thrown a surprise cast party for me because I was the director of the show, and Justine's Kitchen. The whole time I'm like, well, I'll get a small little something, and the lady came out from the back, and she said, if you get a small little anything, I'm going to be insulted. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Bring me what you want.
Bring it on.
So, yeah, the South knows how to do up the meats.
Oh, it was fantastic. And even when I went into, where was I? Pennsylvania. I went into a pizza shop that was recommended. And I said, small, large stromboli. And they looked at me and they said, the small will probably do you. And I said, look at me. I need a large. They said, no, you don't. So they gave me the small stromboli. I couldn't finish it.
Yeah, I know.
I couldn't believe it.
Well, there we go. Our stomachs have bucket lists, whether we have in our brains anything else we want to do. They sure do have some stuff. I want to, my bucket list, even though I've been there before, but I haven't as a grown-up. I was only there as a kid. An IHOP. I like their cream-filled, like...
An IHOP?
Yeah.
We have one in Bangor, don't we?
An IHOP? No, we had one years
I saw a bunch
ago.
Of them.
No, but down south. And then when I lived down in college in South Carolina, when I went, Waffle House was a thing.
Yep.
So I feel like that.
And Wawa's is real. I always thought that was a made-up thing. And I'm like, wow, there's a Wawa. That's a real store.
Yeah.
I thought somebody was just pulling my leg with that one.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take what we have up here any day. I do enjoy it.
I will say that I was glad to get back.
The seasons mostly make sense. I was going to say they make sense, but they really don't today because it's the first day of spring and we're getting snow. But I feel like for the most part, at least you are aware that the chaos is coming.
Yeah, and it gives you something to look forward to. And nowhere can beat the summers in Maine.
No, or the people, to be honest with you. Because I found down south that, they were super nice to your face, and boy, don't they have etiquette and manners. They can be dinks behind your back. Let me put it that way. So I'd rather have somebody be rude to my face, and you get that in Maine, than be fake to my face and rude behind my back. And,
in the Carolinas, and I know you probably noticed this, when I go to a store to get some more Diet Coke and stuff, they always said, what was it? Have a wonderful and blessed day. And it was all of them. Every time I'd say, thank you very much. Have a wonderful and blessed day.
I'm not against that. Yeah, it's super nice. But in the back of their mind, they're like, go fall in a pothole, dude, right?
I mean, yeah. Now in New York, it was like, get out.
Yes. I want that to my face. Tell me how you really feel. That's where it is. So, all right, on the way. Let's think about this. Are we to the point where we have to do a weather yet? No. Okay, good. Eddie Money and John Mellencamp in just a bit. It's on 95 Bangor's Classic Rock. I may have fixed it.
I see that. So you cut the whatever it was with more coffee.
It's on 95 Bangor's Classic Rock Station.
Good morning.
8:29 and about 30 degrees out there. I made the world's worst cup of coffee. I likened it to soup at first, but then I thought a more accurate description of what it actually ended up being, because I didn't have creamer. So I put some crap in it.
Ad-libbed.
I was like, protein powder, this vanilla. No, don't do that, by the way.
Powder. Oh, my word.
There's a reason why it's been in my office for like 4 years.
Not only that, 4-year-old. Yeah,
I mean, you don't waste it.
Well, yeah, you don't waste, that's for sure.
And then I tried to take a sip of it, and it just tasted like hot pudding. But I like pudding, but like it felt like hot pudding.
You might be kind of busy later on today.
I'll be fine. My insides love me. So that, I just cut that. So it's a little less like pudding and more like just bad coffee.
And everybody knows you need more coffee because you're just not, very energetic.
Should have brought my creamer. It's my own fault. Hey, by the way, if you are in the area of Herman, Route 2 and Colebrook Road, more specifically, it looks like there's a bit of an accident in that area. Could be something like a big truck. It's like SUV and tractor trailer. So basically, traffic's backed up there a little bit, and that's
Hopefully
why.
Nobody got hurt.
It looks like they are detouring people around Colebrook Road. So it's blocked off.
Yeah.
Probably going to be that way for a little bit. So if you're coming up that way, again, Herman area, Route 2 and Colebrook Road, you might need to go around and give them space. Hopefully everybody there is doing all right. It's hard because it's wicked bright out there in spots like that.
It is.
You come up a hill and you're like, I can't see anything.
Yeah. When the sun's low like that, it hits you in the eyes. Yeah.
So hopefully, and actually from the one picture that I'm seeing there as well, that it looks like that, I'm not saying that I know what's going on because I don't, but it looks bright as can be to me. So be something out there.
It looks
bright.
messy.
Yeah, it does. So just stay out of their way.
Everybody's okay.
Oh, man. Not the way anybody wants to start a day with a pudding cup of coffee or a car accident.
A car accident, both.
Probably more the car accident. I'd take pudding coffee over that. Yeah.
That was quite fun to watch you mix this thing up earlier. And I'm still thinking 4-year-old powder.
The thing is,
be busy.
See, here's the thing. It got down to halfway and I was excited because I was like, I only have half more to go. And then I added that extra coffee and it bumped it back up. And now I'm like, oh, God, I got to start from the beginning.
Yeah, but you said it's better.
It is.
Okay.
It's not. I didn't say it was good. I just said it was
it's
better. Yeah.
More tolerable.
That's why I don't cook. And when you do come to my house, the first thing I say to people is like, I'm happy to give you a mediocre meal.
You're not a bad cook now.
I can make a good beverage for you if I've got the right ingredients.
25 years ago.
No, I'm really not much better.
I remember you trying to make toast and you couldn't do that.
You saw me make a soggy grilled cheese. How do you make a soggy grilled cheese? Let me show you. Here, hold my beer or my terrible cup of pudding coffee today. By the way, also the other thing that I got to say is Garrett thinks that they may be doing an IHOP in Newport. If that's the case, that's a bucket list. We're going on a road trip.
You should do a remote from there.
We should.
Yeah.
Remember we used to do that? The breakfast Olympics and stuff. Yeah. We had so much fun. Come watch me not eat eggs the right way.
Yeah. We used to have a blast doing that kind of thing. And, of course, I like the free food.
Didn't we take a griddle to somebody's house one year and make them breakfast?
I think
I feel like we did that too. That was fun because you cooked. I just did the talking.
Of course I did.
Because we know that I don't cook well. And I think I remember.
Yeah, but ever since you reproduced, you've learned to cook so you could feed the kids.
They are alive still.
They are still alive, and they
knock on wood, they're not starved to death.
They're thin, but they look like they're eating pretty good.
They eat the daylights out of every snack you bring them, so there's something to it, I guess. Anyway, that's the stuff of today at the moment right now. So avoid Colebrook Road and Route 2 in Herman, and also we've got Skinner and Poison on the way. It's on 95.
Spring tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow or not?
Tomorrow, 21st.
It's not today?
I don't think so. I think it's on the 21st.
Wait a second.
All right, we got to check. I think it's the 21st, and there's a particular time when the sun is exactly over the equator.
It's today. Aha!
It is?
Yeah, first day of spring. Calendar right there. It says it on the 20th right there.
That doesn't mean that's right.
Dude, I calendar the worst of all of the people, but I double-checked that.
We're going to go online and check the exact time.
We really have our stuff together. I'm glad you're listening today. Thank you for tuning in.
if it's actually today.
All right. I-95 Bangor's Classic Rock Station. All right. Right now, it is still hanging right around 30 degrees outside, so definitely still a chillier day. But the sun shines out, so enjoy that. The first day of spring at least brings...
It is the first day of spring.
Brightness.
I know that now.
Because a 10-year-old's mom told you.
The 10-year-old and the 10-year-old mom.
Yeah.
I'm humbled. I mean, I'm very rarely wrong. I will say
I know. I'm not gloating.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not at all.
You deserve to.
It's fine.
You absolutely deserve this moment of glory. That's why you have the $1.
Thank you so much. All right. That being said, we'll get back with great classic rock. In fact, we are just a few minutes away from Cori's coffee break, so we'll have some live tunes coming your way. It's on